defensive stallouts are what Optic have been great at. And so it's going to force a...
So Heretics right now have an opportunity to walk away with a 3-0. Move on to the grand finals. Have a dance versus the Surge. This one, they gotta lock in for.
Opening break
versus the Surge.
If the game feels faster than what it should be, it's because of you're not anticipating where they're going to be, right? And if you don't understand where the opponents are coming from, it's a combination of not reading your minimap from a flow perspective to then predict where they're going to be, or the fact that you're so locked into your aiming, you're not just reading the game. Like when you're playing the game, call out your thought process, call out where you think they're going to be, where you're predicting them to be, where they spawn in. All of these things is how you like paint that picture in your head to visualize where they could be or feel where they could be.
This one, you gotta lock in.
And there's certain even game plan stuff that you can do to then help you predict what they could be doing, where they could be coming from.
Opening break off over towards A. Semtex connects onto 2. Plus a stun check also lands. So Heretics, full information on what Optic defense looks like.
When you're locked into your gunfights and you're tunneling on the gunfights, the issue is you're not reading the game for what it is. Positioning and positioning in relation to where the enemies are and then how you take your gunfights because where you know where they're going to be or where they're coming from is like most of the gunfights. Like if I know exactly where you are, I'm going to be more confident in my shots and the way that I take my challenges because of that. So let's look at this Hacienda right here. Look at how they're playing. So when you have numbers, always on the defense team, when you have numbers, when you get like 2 kills, 3 kills, if you're the first guy in the flow, you need to run forward. Run forward. Spawn them as deep as possible. Once you're past the 50 yard on A and you're getting through secret, you block these close spawns here. You want to spawn them as deep as they can. If anyone gets through, trust your teammates to pick it up. Because this is how, when you spawn them deep, this is how you're in a position to reduce the time. And this is how you get into positions where you can play your one and whittle down the live for like the long game. As your objective on defense, it's obvious, right? You're playing to reduce time as much as you can, or you're playing to reduce lives as much as you can for the inevitable cap on either A or B to make it harder for them to cap. Understand what lanes you want to pick and fill first. What you'll see teams do is either they'll play to control cap first and use it after every kills to spawn them deep, depending on how far they push. Or if they make kills, they will push through fences and then refill through mid. Simple as that.
Just trying to block off some spawns, and it's going
to look at 2 taking that route, spawn them deep. 3 will refill where necessary. 4 will refill where necessary. They don't care that one person's got through because they're slaying ahead. You're slaying forward. That's what you want to do. Slay forward.
Same way Shotzi is on the opposite side.
Him not seeing anything is giving you information of where you think people are going to be. When he, after a certain time, this is what we call timing. After a certain time, he's like, yo, I don't see anything. This is how you use process of elimination to then predict where people are going to be.
Heretics not going to even
now he's going to be like, yo, I don't see anything. So then eventually he's going to check his lobby timing and then he's going to check these timings. It's process of elimination at the end of the day.
Lobby, everyone owing the rock. Optic are not going to be prepared for this.
Hold on.
Hercules the one trying to be responsible for the open hallway. He's found the first one, but looks to be pretty cleanly, and then Super gets caught by Dashy with the pistol out. Metals following up, has his trade. But the play from behind here for Heretics is limited. Just 2 players, and of course...
But keep looking at the entire time. This is what we call game management. He's slaying ahead. He's trying to kill whoever's in their spawn. Because again, you're trying to whittle down their lives to make it eventually harder when you lose a point. And it makes it harder for them to cap a point.
But then gets onto the zone, stops the clock at 41 seconds. Dash, you have Spawn trying to challenge this, and there's really no help here for Metals. Hook follows up, Optic defensively, keep the clock ticking.
Okay, so they're playing for plat control, they're playing to bank B. Huge kill. Look at number 1.
Already starting off with the initial gunfight, but Super again lines up a double.
Oh dear.
Almost makes it a
and you'll see it, chat. You'll see it time and time again. Like, this is the route you want to fill in first. You want to play for cat control first, because then every kill you're making, you're spawning them deep, which then makes it easier for you guys to collapse. And you've got a complementary route in order to then repinch this.
Mertley's having a misplay, but the first segment at A is already done. And
look at how slightly deeper he's spawning in comparison to like here. the 2-3 extra seconds matters a lot in this context. And now he's in a position where he can then activate off this and pinch where necessary. Because they can't reliably cap without worrying about 3. You see that? And look at 3 playing his life as the first guy. You get to cat control, you get closed, you get secret. You just got to play your life and stay alive. Play creddy, look for kills, bounce that off your teammates, because that is also a progression point for your teammates to get to you.
Mercury's trying to decide how he wants to play this. Goes down low.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Over towards Real. Instead has the perfect shot.
And now he's slaying ahead. Now you're playing forward. Forget this guy, he's slaying ahead. Well, win condition here. But he's like, all right, I'm going to trust you guys to play for him. I'm going to slay forward. Look at them refilling cat again. This is the lane you always want to refill. If it's open, you pick it up. Always, constantly, over and over and over. Look how they're filling it. It is such a hybrid position and a power spot to spawn people deep, cut well, and then shift over to trade the most efficient kills where you think the pressure's coming from.
Continues to be in position to keep the clock paused, potentially.
That's all he wants to do. Just stall out time, allow for his teammates to come off the respawn and open up with some gunfight, and that works out to perfection. Now you're jumping back on A to work for this third segment. Shotzi, not the preferred weapon for the occasion, and time is going to be extended.
Nice.
Rotation from Heretics.
Now look at him.
They take care of Dashy down low. Follow-up play, good under
They've capped A somehow. Okay. Look at him. Refilling through cat again. Refilling through cat as the first and second person, so then you can take plat control and then banked in, and then you have complementary routes. Different angles of attack here.
Just down to how the 2 SMGs want to try to pinch this, as all of a sudden B is under immediate threat.
We gotta go, because that's already the first gunfight in favor of Heretics.
Blimey.
Going on. A double stack, second segment is already locked.
Third's halfway there. Dashy trying to get over through T, not gonna happen. Is anyone able to challenge this?
Wow. Good plays from Heretics. Okay, I want to see how Heretics played this. I want to see how they got out of this. So what you want to do in control chat is wherever the pressure is coming from, wherever they have map control, you want to play the opposite side, because what you want to do is, would apply to Cat and Vault as well. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, but that's slightly different. But like right here, the way they're playing this attack is wherever you think their pressure's coming from or wherever they spawn in. So in this case here, predict what map control they're going to have. So I predict they're going to have this. I predict they're going to take routes here. I predict they're going to have this. And when you understand wherever the enemy's pressure is the hardest, you want to take the other side. You want to play the other side, because then you force them to come out to you. And then that way you can play kills. Is either 2 things. It's either they come out to you and you play kills. Once you get the kills, you shift over to B, or they don't play for you and you cap A to then extend it to B, right? So it's understanding where the enemy pressure is and playing the opposite side. So right here, they play for A control. They have all these hybrid spots. They're predicting and they've got all the entries that they need. Once they then make the kills, you can then shift across to B.
Weapon for the occasion, and time is going to be extended.
Quick rotation from Heretics through connector. They take care of Dashy down low. Follow-up play, good under Mercury. Shotzi trying to track behind this while Hook watches over the top, but he's only got an SMG. Stuns, nades, all being tossed his direction, leaving it really just down to how the 2 SMGs
so you see here,
try to pinch this, as all of a sudden B is under immediate threat.
We gotta go, because that's already the first.
And then that's how you then come off spawn. So this is from the last 2 guys on old. That's a huge kill on Dashy. They then have progression. You spawn close, which tells you, okay, there's nobody past. There's nobody spawning as deep. And then you use that progression and bank point. Wow.
We gotta go, because that's already.
And that's how you play it.
Comes through for just a moment. Talking about a nade, not have to do kills. My Heretics are just unreal right now.
Jay's mind blown, friends. I mean, it's unbelievable. He is bouncing in the caster booth right now. Real stun check. How about this?
Bloody hell.
Or maybe not. Puts both players down to a
same again. Good job from Jose running through, applying. You're trying to get progression. You're trying to get space here, chat.
And there we go.
Now he should run forward, spawn him deep, which he is. Look at him. Now he's going to try and look for kills here.
Now Real in your spawn.
But look at him. Look at him, chat. There's a reason why in control he's not coming back. You want to slay ahead, especially when you have numbers, because spawning them deep, again, it takes time. And then they're up by 3 lives here. Trust your teammates to kill the guys that are through. Your job is to lick your lips and get as many kills as you can, or buy as much time as you can. Look at him.
Sitting over towards well. One person is still missing, and that's going to be the noob. Trying to find an opening. 2 top secret. The player's off the... Oh!
Because he dies, opens up a 2-piece for Super. They go 2 for 1. And they have a 2 life lead, because now, even if they cap a point, they're trying to get that life advantage. They're trying to minimize the amount of waves you have in order to cap a point.
Get a trade, but Super again lines up a double.
The life is getting sucked out of the lungs of Optic right now.
And then your teammates can refill off spawn, and where you spawn will tell you where the last guys are. So then you know where everyone is, and then you can be efficient in your trades.
Optic are out of sorts right now. A lot of individual gunfights not going their way. They will be blessed with 3 players spawning on each other. So now
what he doesn't see, or what he sees, is information for these guys, and they're just trying to play kills. So now we're in a situation, chat, where they're 6 lives ahead, slaying ahead. They understand where one person is. They're looking for one. They're trusting him. They'll slay ahead. They've got a 6 life lead, and they still have both points with 30 seconds left. This is how you play the long game on Control. Look at 7 and 5 slaying ahead. Hugh bails him out, but he gets traded. Still spawning deep. And it doesn't matter if Optic are getting the kills. As long as one person is out and they're filling in through cat control, he's in a hybrid spot to cut. He's going to spawn him deep, and it's still wasting time. Trust these guys to come off spawn and play for 3. Even if they stop time, they're still going to be playing kills.
Give them another opportunity here.
Rancor trying to watch from window side. Waiting to see when he wants to peek this. Stun check will reveal his position. Second member on the zone. That's Shotzi. Mercury's pushing forward, only finds 1. Second tick gets locked up. Hook cleaning out the window. Clean for the first. Tries to drop down low into connector. Good read. That's now an opportunity to get the extra...
But you get the idea. So before they just died here, let's assume they've lost... They're going to lose B, right? And let's say they don't die. Well, they're up by 5 kills. And they can still defend A, right? So they've got 16, which is just 4 waves with a 5-kill advantage. So, like, ultimately what you're trying to do in Control is you're trying to reduce the lives as much as you can, inevitably when you lose a point. That's the whole idea.
Mercury's pushing forward, only finds 1. Second tick gets locked up. Hook cleaning out the window. Clean for the first. Tries to drop down low into connector. Good read. That's now an opportunity to get the extra 60 seconds. And Hook is already putting pressure onto A.
Shotzi with the repositioning. I'm going to be top office. He just saw me at 10. No. The movement too good. First segment about to be locked. It's a double stack. You're forcing the Heretics to work that OE. And Shotzi had to cut off.
He's playing CEO right now inside the office. Riel and Metals able to find a couple to try to limit this Optic attack on A. It stops at a tick and change on this zone. Hook getting back to work again though on 3 in a row. Halfway done.
On offense, I see Shotzi bump out 10 as soon as Dashi. Yes, because it spawns him deep. It spawns him deep, and you're in crossfire positions. It takes time for them to clear tin. That's why. It's like right here.
It's been quite some time since
they're going to keep refilling
in their base, but Riel and Metals were already pushed out behind enemy lines.
Huge kill.
Now going to be able to put the other 2 players on the side of Optic in a spawn trap, but Shotzi trying to do it on his own on 5 in a row.
Spawn traps on either side. Clean
nice
from Shotzi on 6. Off the reload.
I'm surprised they don't win this.
Like the look of that gunfight and just gets out of dodge.
Very surprised they don't win it here.
Here come Optic. Out of
do they win it here? Oh, they do. Okay, they do. Bloody hell.
Huge call for Ant to wrap back, join the troops, and finish off the B zone. SMG starting to get active. Even looking at the kills right now, it's pretty much as even as it could possibly
get. So understand, Suave, play it really wave by wave. Understand what lanes you need to pick up during the wave, how much space you can get, and then after you play the wave, predict and think where they're going to spawn and what situation they're in, and constantly update and draw that picture in your head. All right, I've got this kill. Okay, he's going to spawn here, which means he's going to take this route. Okay, and then it's like you're constantly updating that when you're playing. Understand which lanes you need to fill as a priority, and that's how you make the game easy for you. Okay, my teammates have cat control and they're spawning them deep. Bet. Okay, this is the timings. This is what I need to pick up. It's very wave by wave. You get one wave of kills, get to a good spot, predict where they're spawning, where they're coming from, stuff like that. 100%. It's together though. It works together. It's not mental. It's more of like a prediction element. I know where you're going to be. This is where you're spawning. These are the routes you can take. And then also like based on what your teammates are saying, and you're putting the picture together. And ultimately, it's just about getting killed.
He knows that they're also going to be a player sitting on the top side of plat, but you don't have to commit. The stack is good enough to lock in this second segment.
He's going to force it. He's going to force it. Able to find the first. There's a second one nearby and gets away. Rancor able to give him the support.
Nice. Good stack.
For one, but
really good stack.
Chance to contest this. Doesn't look like it, as Optic have spawned towards Boathouse. Nades will not get there in time. And honestly, it's just a couple extra kills that get tallied on either side, but Optic...
Right, I want to see how Miami play this attack.
That will slow down the play towards A.
Yeah, but now Rancor is already out. So now he's going to put himself in position.
All right, what is Rancor doing really well here, chat? Suave, what is Rancor doing really well here? And the same concepts apply to Control. So what do you think Rancor doing fantastic here? What do you think? What is he doing? So look at the minimap here. I'll give you a clue. So have a look at the minimap. Look at what he's doing. What do you guys notice? And what is good about what he's doing? What do you reckon, Suave? What do you reckon? Taking space and playing the wave, letting the kills come to him. So what is he playing his life? So what do we call it? What is he doing? This is a perfect example. What is he doing? What do we call it? So what is it called? And why is he doing it there? What is he doing? What do you reckon? He's holding progression. So chat, for you guys lurking, this is what we call holding progression. Holding progression means he's holding a part of the map which he's cleared in order for his teammates to get to him in order to force a trade or fight. The reason why he's playing in this position, or you could even say you could play here or here, is he's locking down lanes and potentially getting people funneling through in order to let his teammates come towards him. So he's in a position to set his teammates up with progression.
To play for one kill. His teammates playing for the trade. They get it on.
And he gets it here. That's him playing progression. So if Shotzi didn't get one kill, right, they would have got to him and one would have been dead.
Comes to life. That's already two dead.
Two people would have been here. One would have been dead and they would have capped A.
Where the hell are the last two guys? Doesn't matter. Rancor play for spawners.
Then over the top, not going to land. First shots.
Very good. So same again. So chat. So the situation's flipped. I want you to look at it from Miami's perspective. What is Seven doing good here? What is Seven doing good from Miami's perspective after getting killed? What is he doing? And why is it flipped? He's spawning them deep. Good. Slaying ahead. He's playing ahead, trusting his teammates to refill where is necessary in order to make the long game easier for him. He's trying to play his kills. That's what he's doing. He's trying to spawn trap him. Spawn him deep. Spawn trap him, and then for the long game, they have lives to work with. Because then it changes the way enemies play if they don't have lives or waves. They're forced to play more tighter. You can punish them for the mistakes that they make. If they take timings that they don't have and you kill them, it makes it easier for you to win. So it's that long game. It's playing ahead, thinking ahead.
First shots. Wolf. Nearly gets smoked by Merc. Looking for the trade for a moment was Shotzi, and will find it. Optic now taking your
exactly. What? How has Shotzi got the second kill?
With the shiv, and Hook will just play kind of lineman here up top.
If he's sitting on that block, what's good sub? Will he make them spawn far right? If he's sitting on that block, what block are you talking about? Like if he's sitting here, if he's sat here, no, they'll spawn like here. Or if he's sitting on the boat, if he spawns here, no, they'll be like here.
Wolf. Nearly gets smoked by Merc. Looking for the trade.
Miss you too, Soap. How have you been, brother? You know what? Tomorrow I'm probably gonna stream at like 5 Central tomorrow. I'm gonna make it pretty late because I kind of realized if I stream at like 10 a.m. like everybody's at work, everyone's working Like, nobody's going to... Like, my viewers are American. They're all at work and school. Like, nobody's going to be watching. So I'm going to probably stream tomorrow at, like, 5 Central. I kind of didn't realize that. I was like thinking, wait. Everyone's at work. Why the hell am I streaming right now? So tomorrow I'm probably going to stream at like 5 Central. Oh well.
For a moment was Shotzi and will.
Oh, tomorrow I've got Play Like a Pro episode number 4, Shotzi edition, 5 Central. Be there.
Optic now taking your focus back over to the front as Shotzi gets to work with the shiv, and Hook will just play kind of lineman here up top, setting up Dashy. Absolutely the case for another double, and we've got an even life count again.
All tied up at 14.
But yeah, hopefully, Suave, you get the idea. Like, the lanes that you pick up, playing wave by wave, understanding where they are, where they're going to be, allows yourself to position to play kills.
And on the game clock. Last time I caught you off guard when Heretics are going to work this rock route, but you're not going to be expecting Rencor to be swimming.
No way you're expecting
now
this.
If you're Heretics, you're going to take your time on this approach. Allow Rencor to get behind enemy lines again.
But Dashy, you can see him, number 4 in orange, is just scouting, trying to find if anyone had gotten through, but Rencor gets his kill, gets away, heads back over to the zone where Mercules is waiting for him. 13 plays 11, 43 in the clock. Super, seen up top at open. Has to keep his life.
Okay, let's see how they play this. I think they end up winning this, right, chat?
Over towards open.
Good plays by Jose.
Now it's just down to, can these last 2 Optic defenders do enough damage over towards the spawn trap? And Mercules says absolutely.
What's Jose doing here, chat? He's slaying ahead. Spawning them deep, slaying ahead. He's trying to buy as much time as he can for his team. Same concept.
Not going to be able to read this if you're the Heretics, but the same thing can be said for Rio on the opposite side. He wins one. 10v9, 23 seconds. The game is paused.
And Mercules will drop. Shotzi would have to try to clear the zone. Now finds Rencor for free. That puts pressure onto the clock for a moment. 22 seconds is where
look at him slaying ahead still. I don't know if I agree with slaying ahead though. You got to be like really careful with when you slay ahead and how you slay ahead. If you're on your own and you have no progression and your teammates aren't out of spawn, then slaying ahead is like good, right? Because it spawns people deep, it gives you time to breathe. But when you're setting up to cap a point, how far you slay ahead is you got to be really careful for, because you're in a position where you can't trade and you can die really quickly.
Clear out the windows.
So like right here,
he wins one. 10v9, 20 Heretics, but the same thing could be said for Rio.
Like right here, I really don't even mind if he gives up plat completely and plays like closer to time, plays like a creddy plat, something like that. Just in a position where he can like make him overextend.
Side, he wins one. 10v9, 23 seconds. The game is paused.
And Mercules will drop. Shotzi would have to.
I mean, I don't mind this. That's just nitpicking.
Well, now finds Rencor for free. That puts pressure onto the clock for a moment. 22 seconds.
Wins one. Going to be able to read this if you're the Heretics, but the same thing could be said for Rio on the opposite side. On Garage, you're not going to be able to read this.
I mean, they're looking for the no, he's out. 6 is trying to play for him.
He wins one. 10v9, 23 seconds. The game is paused.
And Mercules will drop. Shotzi would have to try to clear the zone out. Finds Rencor for free.
Yeah.
That puts pressure onto the
nah, I'm nitpicking. I think it was alright. I'm a moron. I just think it ends up being on number 1. Ends up being on number 1 that they don't predict him going round.
Try to clear out the windows. Mercules joining him. 15 seconds.
They win this, right? Surely.
And it's the last couple of lives here for Heretics. They're going to have to try to wait best they can for all 4 to get back onto the zone.
They just need one person to pause the game clock, but the 2 initial
Good
kills
round.
make it the 3 initial kills, lead to no more respawns for the Heretics.
But yeah, like control from like a fill and flow perspective is a lot simpler, to be honest with you.
And it was Mercules and Shotzi that round. Optic only have to go for 4 segments here. If they want to go on defense.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. Yeah.
Oh, you got to be thinking, though, Optic are like, let's get this done here. Head to a rewind hard point. Take care of business and see if we can get this thing to 5. Good start here for Optic as Mercules finishes off the kill through the wall. Super up top scene. Dealt with by Hook. Good team shots in play. Second tick of progress looking like a guarantee.
You see what I'm saying, chat? Like, as on attack, understanding as a team where the pressure's coming from. What the hell is this, by the way? This is fucking nightmare fuel. This is, so understanding where the pressure's coming from, playing the other side of the pressure, letting them come to you, letting the game come to you, is how you get kills to then shift over. So look at Texas, playing for A, Obviously, it's a break-off, but like the premise is still the same.
Take care of business and
play for A, understand what routes they can take, understand what positions you are in order to let the game come to you, play power spots. Then once you get the kills, then you can shift over to B. You don't want to force positions where the enemies have the power spots or have the advantageous positions, because you are not just going to win that trade battle. You can't just trade your way out against top teams. You have to understand advantages. So right here, play a wave on A. Once they make kills, then go B. Now they're making kills, now they can go B. Can I ask thoughts on the new phase roster and the trio splitting? To be honest, I don't agree with phase splitting. Just purely from an in-game perspective, I don't agree with phase splitting. I think the issues that they had on Hardpoint were issues that they could have worked through. At least from keeping it simple, from a flow perspective, being stuff like that, pacing, all these things that I've talked about over the couple of weeks. I genuinely think if Hardpoint is the mode you need to work on, that is the mode you can get good at. Like a team like that with the talent that they have, they could fix it and figure it out. I really thought FaZe were too good to split, in my opinion. I didn't think it made too much sense to split the team. Personally, I think every other decision has a risk of being a downside. Obviously now in hindsight, Abizi's the LAT or whatever. It's a really good move for Abizi. But like initially, I would be like, don't split. You guys are still one of the best teams in the game. There's just little things you got to fix. That's it. In my opinion.
He has Hooks on 5 in a row with the killing spree. He's looking for more, shut down. Second tick.
Well, we don't know behind the scenes. We don't know how they're feeling, stuff like that. So
over here, a little sleight of hand trick. We're back over to B, but Heretics right there, lock in step with them. Find at least an opportunity to contest, but she's still alive on the point, trying to get the first tick done. Contest in, dealt with, and depletion will come through.
That's already 2 segments locked.
Dashi had a really good event. He did.
You still have players like Hoop.
He did, Soap. He did. How have you been, Soap, anyway? How have you been? How have you been, my guy?
Stop the progression at A. You're finding trades in the kill feed. Back and forth you go. But Optic are out at well.
So, right again, Suave, like right here, look at the lanes they're filling in first. You're always playing to fill this in first, because every kill you make, you spawn them deep, and it puts you in a position to slay ahead. Puts you in a position to take complementary routes and attack from different angles. In a hybrid spot, you get specific information sooner to help the guys filling in behind. When you spawn close, these lanes are easier to pick up. You're attacking from multiple ways, and then you launch padding into like an advantageous position. Maybe they were tired of... Nah, I love Cell. Come on, I love MC. No MC slander. Appreciate that, Soap. Appreciate it. Lovely to hear. Hey, guess what? Caffeine Dev... I'm going to stream at 11 p.m. tomorrow. I kind of didn't factor in that half the people, that 90% of the people who watch me are going to be at work or school right now. So tomorrow, I'm streaming at 5 Central. I've decided.
Mixie, it's chaotic, but Rencor
a
little bit of damage, trying to make Metal's job a little bit easier over the top.
Yeah, this ain't the best. So I'll be back on normal time tomorrow. Sod it. Forget my routine.
From being able to establish any sort of a spawn trap. But Optic spawning.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, look at when you get cat control, when you get kills, you spawn them deep, and it gives you, you're in a hybrid spot to like push forward. This is what we call a system. So Suave, when you have a system, then you can play off that.
Now you have to put some focus on towards top secret window. Doesn't have a stun or nade.
He wants to win. He thinks he can win with Toronto. You do it.
Already opens up with one. You pick up an AR, put down the pepper shots on the rest of them. And that's a clean 3 and the last player already accounted for.
45 on the clock.
Yeah, verbal agreements don't mean anything. You should never trust a verbal agreement.
Optic resetting their approach off this.
If I had a verbal agreement, I'd be on a different team.
Towards top spiral. Real in the way. Metals also in the job done down low. And that now all of a sudden has Optic.
Now look at him, chat. Now when you get in a position where you get a wave, you slave forward. You slay forward and you take fights together.
And again, accounting for that 4th player.
26 seconds, you be hard kills, 1 wave, you win the game.
Final 25 seconds.
Oh, mercy.
Need 1 more segment to guarantee your self-defense.
Oh, what a look at this for our ops team with the free cam.
Nice.
Metals is just foaming at the mouth. He's found 2. He's gone rabid. Looking for the last one. It's Shotzi trying to keep the clock at a pause over towards B as soon
Trusting
as
his teammates, slaying ahead.
Metals
Look at him slay ahead. This is an example, chat, of slaying ahead. This is a big example of slaying ahead when you have numbers, trusting your teammates behind in order to spawn them deeper, and then you play kills. Because even if you lose a point, look at the differential in lives. Then it reduces the amount of waves the enemies have to play with in order to cap a life. 2 waves is such a hard ask in order to cap a point. You don't play flawlessly with 2 waves, you're going to lose a round. This is the magic number, because when you do one set of trades and you force one set of trades, it is nearly impossible for teams to win. So Heretics just need one set of trades and they win the game. Win the round.
Tick is locked. Shotzzy finds another. This isn't done yet.
It's not done yet, but there's still 2 players from Miami.
There you go. Force the trades. Now they can't do anything on 5 lives. It's just so hard. You know?
Now it's all going to come down to the kills.
Shotzi's going to put the clock to one last.
But hopefully, Suave, you're getting the idea of how you want to play control.
Into round 5 we go, but the Ticks do get capped.
Ironically, the only team to ever do it was Optic versus FaZe in Vanguard.
We have yet to see this so far this weekend. We haven't seen a round 5 come down to the kills that you are
like. Let's get this
on the defense one and extend this series. And what has been an instant classic, Adashi says, bet.
This, I can't believe they ended up winning this. If Heretics beat Optic, Heretics win EWC. And if Heretics win EWC, then Real stays. Crazy. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel if you haven't. Actually, I'll plug all that in a bit.
Oh, the quick swap for Mercules. No. Almost as he finds
it's typical. The fact that Optic ended up winning the attack as well on a round 5 is insane.
Slight numbers advantage, heading back quickly over towards B. Metals up top, trying to work this pinch with Super. Real doing what he can to contest for as long as humanly possible. And now the pinch is
so far so good. Look at 6 slaying ahead. They get numbers. Trust your teammates in the flow behind. Take your timings. Get into a good position immediately. The fact that they lose this is mind-blowing. They're in such a good position here. Just play time, play your lives. Metals are doing a good job here. Oh, what? Oh my god.
They hold the life edge. They hold the control over the top of
the Chat, that is not what you want to see. God damn.
Looking like an extra 60 seconds should be good. But is there a chance for Heretics to still pinch this?
Oh, what?
The corner. They don't get the extra tick.
And Mercules can't keep them in the
bloody hell, chat. Bloody hell. What am I seeing?
And now Optics only have 30 seconds to work out of their base.
So they got 30 seconds, 15 to 18. They have everything. They just keep playing trades. So far, so good. 7 is bottom. Picks him up anyway. It's fine getting traded. Wait, how do they? No way.
Mercules again gets shut down. Shotzzy can't finish off the first, but has a second chance at it.
So 8-14. Okay. I still think like if 5 doesn't get bad timing on 1, he's dead. He's spawning here. 3 will have to play for him. 4 has to run forward. They'll probably end up winning sooner.
Used to get us in a back and forth. 16 v 13, 13 seconds on the clock. Here
kills him. Repicks up. This is still good though. Hold on, how'd they lose this? Oh my god. No, but see, the thing is, if 5 killed 1, 3 has to go play for him. 7's refilling through cat. Like this. 5 kills 1 here, right? 3 is coming round. This guy's refilling through cat, playing a hybrid spot to then come back and cut. Bro, they end up winning. The timing is insane.
You're gonna force Heretics to put a lot of focus on A because they need a slither to extend the time.
Here they come for the stack. Real, little firing range.
Oh my god.
But Mercules gets the point. It's all 4 dead.
Right, so
but
okay.
Extra 60 seconds gives Optic one last chance.
8v14. They find the opening in their base. They're trying to bait and switch over towards the Shack side.
I mean,
they're looking for an opportunity with a couple of kills.
To be honest with you,
gives Optic one last chance.
8v4.
The only thing that I could, I mean, I don't know, like.
But an extra 60 seconds gives.
So they're thinking they should know right here they're spawning well, right? There's honestly probably no need for Jose to like re-wrap and get P2 because of 7's positioning. You should know they're going to be spawning here, or at the very least spawning here. He can help. 5 can help 6. I mean, they should win this from here, right?
Optic one last chance.
The only reason why Real picks up the P2 pinch is he probably thought one person spawned there. He's probably assuming they pushed up far enough where 6 is to potentially get them taking routes P2. But like even then, you just got a clean wave. Like no one's gonna be P2.
8v4.
Oh yeah, no, this is tough because if Jose was top here with 7, they go 1 for 1 at least. Shotzi probably ends up trading. 5 trades him to go for 2 for 2. 6 has this, kills 4. Yeah.
Opening in their base. They're trying to bait and switch over towards the Shack side at well. They're looking for an opportunity with a couple of kills in sync.
But it's not the worst situation though.
Already cleared connector.
But then he makes the play. Oh my god.
Route from Shotzi. Patience for
but he knows it because of where he spawned. So he knows it. So he should be calling it out to 7. Which 7 reads. 7's reacting off it.
But he doesn't have a look at anybody. He's got eyes on medals, but the clock is
it's not the end of the world. You hear about the league finally upgrading PCs. I heard it, but I don't know anything about it. I'm not in the league, so I don't know.
Here comes the play. He's able to find the kill in the medals. Now turning back around. Has Rencore seen over towards Tid. Optic from the front. Just need to deal with Real. They haven't found him yet. But Shotzi makes the play. That's going to be 3 dead. 7v8. First tick looking good. Big win from Merc. Everyone from the holy. Staggered. Second tick is going to be done. Rencore trying to clear out topside office. Medals on the way in. He's able to find one, but not the second. It's super 1v1 potential.
Oh my god.
Stun comes through.
He stunned him and everything.
He's waiting.
Oh my god.
Last lives. Nade from
honestly, probably panic. Probably like desperation, pressure. I don't know. Damn, so you're telling me that 8v14 is the reason why Optic wins EWC? That right there. The defining moment.